to our foreign affairs panel with Avi Hyman, former spokesman for the State of Israel, and Bill Connor, a retired U.S. Army colonel and founding partner of National Defense Consultants. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome.
Morning.
So, Bill, I'd like to start with you. There's obviously some anger in the streets of Tehran right now against our country and even Israel, yet military action from Iran seems to continue to be on pause. What is your take on the demonstrations that are happening right now?
Sure, thanks. We expected some demonstrations. I mean, right now they're doing the funerals of top military commanders that have been taken out, but from all sources I've got, there's no widespread protests that would lead us to believe there's some kind of real uprising or demand for any kind of breaking the ceasefire. This was, again, a successful mission by Israel. Again, we expected this, and part of this, too, is being prompted by the Iranians themselves, but yet the Iranians are not allowing this to go into, again, a nationwide sort of protest, or we'd expect the breaking of the ceasefire. Additionally, this really set them back. I mean, Israel did a pretty amazing job in 12 days of taking out what they needed, and the Iranians know, the Iranian leadership knows, that they can go back to full air supremacy, take out any targets they want. There was one hit, it looks like, on a prison that appears to have killed potentially dozens of people there. It's tragic. It's part of warfare. But overall, the mission was a success, and I don't see this being a widespread movement.
Avi, turning a bit, what's the situation in Gaza right now? Everyone's very concerned about the hostages still. What about President Trump's efforts to get a ceasefire going there?
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me on. Every Israeli wants to see all 50 hostages returned.
Right.
We want to see the mission completed, which is the total destruction of Hamas. That mission is plowing forward. Now, whether the president can pull a rabbit out of a hat, as he has done so incredibly in the last few days, and bring some kind of a deal to the table that both sides can accept, well, time will tell, but we certainly hope so. And we've said from the beginning of the war that if Hamas puts down their weapons and gives back the hostages, the war is over.
Well, Colonel Connor, the U.S. and Israeli intelligence places the Ayatollah in a bunker, afraid of being the next target of an Israeli attack. Are the massive demonstrations against America going on his way of letting everyone know he still has the power and loyalty to mobilize Iranians against the U.S.?
Well, again, what I see this is, I'm sorry, was that to me or?
Yes, Colonel.
Yeah. Again, what I see this is actually somewhat limited demonstrations. I was expecting more than this, considering, again, they killed the top leadership. Now, this is going to be underlings underneath the Ayatollah that are pushing people along, but there is going to be some angst. I mean, you kill our top generals, you're going to see some movement, but it's mainly in Tehran, and it doesn't seem to be widespread. And I think the Ayatollah realized for his own survival, the regime's survival, this ceasefire needs to work, because if Israel comes back in again, they're going to take them out. I think that's pretty clear, and we're not going to stop them.
Avi, let me come to you. I'm sure you follow domestic politics here in the United States, and here the Democrats keep claiming that the attack on Iran's nuclear sites wasn't as effective as it was made out to be. What is the view from Israel?
It's remarkable. The same people that told us that there wasn't a real threat, a credible threat of Iran getting a nuclear bomb, and now telling us that that nuclear bomb hasn't fully been destroyed. So, pick a side, guys. Which one is it? It's quite comical. We say, I've seen all of the credible evidence that you've seen. I heard Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's amazing press conference. It was obliterated. It's gone. It ain't coming back. And as I think your president said, if they do try to initiate any kind of action on that front, they'll get hit again.
Bill, give us a sense of how possible it might be that at some point the Iranian people still rise up.
It's possible. This is tough, though. I was actually, part of me was hoping this would go on a bit longer, just because of just the sort of damage they're doing to the top leadership. It's going to be interesting. There's always a rally around the flag effect when military operations start right after they're ended. In this one, I think there is a decent chance, but it's going to be tough. IRGC is extremely motivated in what they believe in. They're brainwashed, but they've got the weapons. There is no Second Amendment in Iran, so it's going to be tough. So it is possible, but I wouldn't expect it.
No Second Amendment in Iran. I think those are the final comments. Avi Hyman, Colonel Connor, we thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
The fate of the big